Concern about the business impact of the current state of emergency in Jamaica and in sport, not a single West Indies player named in the ICC test squad. I'm Dawn Paris and this is the Caribbean in 10 for Friday, January 19th, 2018. I'll be back with the details after the break.
Did you know that a strategy has been developed to help improve the region's education and human resources?
You didn't? Well, the HID strategy, as it is called, will guide CARICOM in how it delivers quality education and training to the people of the region.
The strategy has been crafted by a group of experts called the HRD Commission.
Consultations have been done across the region to get your input.
Do you know that none of us will be left behind?
The HRD strategy is important to all of us, students, parents, and employers. It will prepare the region, especially the youth, for the 21st century economy and society.
The HRD strategy, unlocking Caribbean human potential.
Businesses in Jamaica's tourist capital, Montego Bay, are worried that the state of emergency declared in the parish of St. James will hurt their pockets. President of the Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce, Tashira Gibbs, says the tourism sector and related industries will be most affected. The state of emergency was declared yesterday in the Western Parish as it buckles under a spate of murders and shootings. We hear from the business owners in this report from Lanagay Franklin of TVJ News.
Although welcomed, business leaders and stakeholders in Montego Bay St. James have expressed grave concerns as to the timing of the state of emergency and its impact on the second city.
It's unfortunate, however, that it has had to come to this. You know, we've been lobbying and we've been calling on the government to take action for some time now.
Last year, St. James ended the year with 335 persons being murdered across the parish. Stakeholders say the monster of crime and murders have been a long-standing issue, and it is now time for someone to be held responsible for allowing the situation to get out of hand.
I'm really hopeful that the Prime Minister is serious this time around, and more than anything else, I expect that somebody be held accountable. We didn't just get here, and it's been a long time coming, and I think somebody has to be held responsible. Some heads have to roll.
We've been crying out here in Montego Bay, certainly the ordinary people have, for effective policing in the areas where the ordinary people live, as opposed to in the areas, the upscale areas and the tourist areas. And for years now, the government has not responded in a way, in any meaningful way.
And as former president of the Chamber of Commerce, Nathan Robb, believes the business community can do more to assist the fight against crime.
They have made statements, platitudes, but at the end of the day, they have not led the charge. And they have not insisted on action and held the government to account.
Staying in Jamaica, government says it will not introduce any new taxes when it presents the national budget to Parliament early next month. What it will be focusing on is making sure that people pay their fair share of the existing taxes. Finance and Public Service Minister Audley Shaw said revenue inflows have been doing fairly well this year and revenue is $13 billion ahead of projection. And to prevent revenue leakage, modern X-ray units will be installed at customs and all containers will be fully examined to ensure everybody pays on what they import into the country. The finance minister said if that could be achieved, the government might in fact reduce the customs rate. A new firm set up to replace the Barbados operations of the collapsed insurance company CLECO has been launched, and it's assuring that policyholders' investments have now been restored and safeguarded. The promise was made by CEO of Resolution Life Assurance Company Limited, ResLife, Cheryl Senhouse, at the launch yesterday. But she acknowledged that there have been some changes to the contractual terms and conditions of some policies.
The amendments made to life insurance policies, including whole life policies and endowments, are as follows. Surrenders will not be permitted for a 4-year period. 2, restrictions to the access to cash surrender values through policy loans have also been implemented. There will also be an extension in the period that surrender charges will be applied. The minimum guaranteed interest rates applied to universal life policies have also been reduced. Despite these amendments, all claims and maturities arising from life policies and endowments from the 1st of January 2018 will be processed and paid immediately as they are approved.
Stay with us. Your Midday Sport is next.
From the start, them been underrating us, but the girl them see some great in us. Hey, for some love the hot type to see. Without you, please. This you doing to me, doing to me, doing to me. Nobody just to me, just to me, just to me. What would be the consequence? And now I'm sinking in the sand. I'm so happy that I couldn't blame it on the fact that I was young, though I was being careless.
There were no West Indies players selected to the International Cricket Council Test and One-Day Teams of the Year announced by the world governing body yesterday. India batting star Virat Kohli was named captain of the Test side and was accompanied in the lineup by the likes of Australian run machine Steve Smith and controversial England all-rounder Ben Stokes. Windies players failed to feature in the ICC awards as they struggled in both Tests and ODIs over the last year. Opener Craig Brathwaite was the Windies' best test batsman during the period under consideration, gathering 1,034 runs from 13 matches at an average of nearly 45. Both openers in the ICC squad, South African Dean Elgar and Aussie David Warner, scored over 1,300 runs. Among the Windies' middle order batsmen, Roston Chase compiled 875 at an average of 38. In the bowling, meantime, fast bowler Shannon Gabriel claimed 44 wickets, while leg spinner Devendra Bishu ended with 43. In ODIs, Shea Hope was the Windies' leading scorer with 787 runs at an average of 35, while captain Jason Holder picked up 36 caps with his medium pace. Over to football now. Host Trinidad and Tobago failed to get the dream start in their bid for World Cup glory when they went under to Haiti 3-2 in the opening of the CONCACAF Under-20 Women's Championship. Playing at the Atto Boden Stadium last night, TNT enjoyed the lead early in the game with strikes from Denicia Prince in the 3rd minute and Keddy Johnson in the 10th minute of the game. But it was Haiti's Narilla Mondesir who stole the show and scored 3 goals to deflate TNT's hopes of a victory on home soil. TNT's next assignment is against Canada tomorrow. Canada had earlier opened their World Cup qualification match with a come-from-behind 3-1 victory against Costa Rica. And that's Caribbean in 10. Join us this evening at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.